What if I told you that falling in your dreams isn't about fear of heights, fear of failure, or even fear of death, but about something far more profound happening in the deepest, most mysterious corners of your subconscious mind? Every single night, across every continent, millions of people experience the exact same terrifying sensation. The ground gives way beneath their feet. The world rushes past in a blur of chaos. Their heart pounds as they plummet through an endless void. But Sarah Chen, a 34-year-old architect from Seattle, discovered that her falling dreams weren't just nightmares haunting her sleep. They weren't random firings of neurons or meaningless brain static. They were urgent messages from her soul. If you've ever wondered what your dreams are desperately trying to tell you, if you've ever woken from a falling dream with your heart racing and that lingering sense that something important just slipped away, then you've found the right place. Welcome to the Dream Decoder, where we unlock the hidden language of your subconscious mind, one symbol at a time. And Sarah's extraordinary story will forever change how you understand the meaning of falling. 3 months ago, Sarah Chen's life seemed perfect from the outside. She had just been promoted to lead architect on the Meridian Tower project, a spectacular 47-story skyscraper that would become Seattle's newest architectural landmark. The building was her masterpiece. $62 million in budget. 2 years of planning. Every angle calculated to perfection. Every detail scrutinized by the city's most demanding clients. But success, as Sarah was learning, came with a devastating price. 16-hour workdays became the norm. Weekends disappeared into endless client revisions and structural calculations. She hadn't seen her friends in months. She'd canceled her vacation 3 times. The weight of a $200 million project rested entirely on her shoulders. Every decision could make or break not just the building, but her entire career. That's when the dreams began. Every night, without fail, the same terrifying scenario would unfold in Sarah's sleeping mind. She would find herself standing on the edge of an impossibly tall building. But this wasn't the Meridian Tower. This wasn't any building that existed in the physical world. This structure seemed to stretch upward forever, disappearing into clouds that swirled with unnatural colors. Below her, the world stretched out like a carpet of tiny lights, so far down that she couldn't distinguish buildings from stars. The wind would begin as a whisper, then grow into a howling force that seemed to call her name. Her footing would slip. Not suddenly, but gradually, inevitably, as if the building itself was gently releasing her into the void. And then, the fall. But here's where Sarah's dreams became unlike anything documented in traditional dream research. As she fell through that endless void, she didn't experience the terror that most people describe. Instead, she felt something she hadn't experienced in months. Relief. Pure, overwhelming relief. As if she was finally letting go of a crushing weight she'd been carrying for so long that she'd forgotten what it felt like to breathe freely. As she tumbled through space, memories of her life rushed past like scenes from a movie. Her architecture degree. Her first job at a small firm. The late nights designing shopping centers and office buildings. The promotion to senior architect. The pressure. The endless, crushing pressure to be perfect. Night after night, the same dream. Night after night, the same paradoxical sense of liberation in the midst of what should have been terror. Sarah began to suspect that her subconscious was trying to tell her something crucial. So she decided to become a detective of her own inner world. She bought a dream journal and began documenting every detail, every emotion, every symbol. every sensation she could capture before the dream faded into the morning light. What Sarah discovered over the following weeks was nothing short of extraordinary. The building in her dreams wasn't random at all. It was a composite structure, built from fragments of every major project she'd ever worked on. The Art Deco lobby from her first commercial building, the glass elevator system from the Morrison Center, the rooftop garden from the Emerald Plaza. Her subconscious had created a monument to her entire career. But the most shocking revelation came when she paid attention to what happened in the moments right before the fall. In every single dream, she would watch her life's work, every blueprint, every design, every achievement she'd built her identity around burst into flames. And only after witnessing this destruction of everything she'd built would she step off the edge. Not in despair, not in defeat, but in a strange, inexplicable sense of freedom. Armed with this insight, Sarah began to understand that her subconscious wasn't showing her failure or warning her of some impending catastrophe. It was showing her a path to liberation from the prison of perfectionism she'd built around herself. She started making small but significant changes in her waking life. She delegated more responsibilities to her talented team. She stopped checking emails after 9 p.m. She took her first weekend off in 4 months and went hiking in the Cascade Mountains. She reconnected with friends she'd neglected. She started cooking again instead of living on takeout and energy drinks. She even began dating someone, an artist named Marcus, who helped her see that creativity and control didn't have to be the same thing. And something remarkable happened to her dreams. The falling didn't stop, but it transformed completely. Now, when Sarah fell in her dreams, she discovered something incredible. After the initial descent, after the moment of surrender, she found she could fly. Not immediately. First came the fall, the release, the letting go of control. But then, always then, came the transformation. She would soar above cities of impossible beauty, where buildings grew like living things and architecture followed the laws of dreams rather than engineering. In these flights, she felt more creative, more alive, more authentically herself than she ever had in her waking life. The Meridian Tower was completed 8 months later. It won 3 international design awards and became a symbol of Seattle's architectural innovation. But more importantly for Sarah, it became a symbol of something else entirely. She kept a framed photo of the building on her desk, not as a monument to her professional achievement, but as a daily reminder of what becomes possible when we learn to surrender our desperate need to control every outcome. The falling dreams still visit her occasionally. But now, Sarah actually looks forward to them, because she understands their profound message. Sometimes, we have to let go of who we think we should be in order to discover who we truly are. Sarah's extraordinary journey reveals something profound about one of humanity's most universal dream experiences. But to truly understand the endless fall, to decode what your own falling dreams are desperately trying to communicate, we need to explore the deeper psychological, spiritual, and behavioral meanings behind this ancient symbol. What you're about to discover will not only transform how you interpret falling dreams, but will give you the tools to understand the profound wisdom your sleeping mind offers you every single night. From a psychological perspective, falling dreams typically occur during what scientists call hypnagogic jerks, those sudden muscle spasms that happen as we transition between different stages of sleep. But their psychological significance runs infinitely deeper. The legendary psychologist Carl Jung identified falling dreams as manifestations of what he called the descent into the unconscious. When we dream of falling, our psyche is processing profound feelings of losing control, not just in specific situations, but in the fundamental direction of our lives. Modern research confirms Jung's insights. Falling dreams most commonly occur when we're overwhelmed by responsibility, perfectionism, or the exhausting effort of trying to control outcomes that are ultimately beyond our influence. But here's the crucial insight that Sarah's transformation illustrates beautifully. Falling dreams aren't warnings of impending failure. They're profound invitations from our unconscious mind to practice the art of surrender. Cutting-edge neuroscience reveals that falling dreams activate the exact same brain regions associated with creative problem-solving and psychological breakthrough. The fall represents the ego's terrified resistance to change, while the acceptance and eventual peace that many dreamers report represents genuine psychological growth and transformation. Spiritually, falling dreams carry profound significance across virtually every culture and tradition. Ancient Hindu texts describe these dreams as the soul's journey through different levels of consciousness. The terror represents our attachment to the material world, while the eventual surrender signifies spiritual awakening. Buddhist philosophy teaches that falling dreams mirror the essential spiritual practice of non-attachment, releasing our desperate grip on outcomes and learning to trust the natural flow of existence. From a behavioral standpoint, the message is remarkably clear. Recurring falling dreams typically indicate patterns of over-control in our waking lives. If you're experiencing these dreams, your subconscious is urging you to find balance, to trust the process, to understand that some things are not only beyond our control, they're meant to be. Tonight, millions of people across the globe will experience the endless fall. Some will wake in terror, hearts pounding, desperately trying to forget. Others, like Sarah, will learn to find profound freedom in the surrender. Your dreams are speaking to you in a language far older than words, offering guidance, healing, and transformation that your conscious mind could never devise on its own. If this interpretation resonates with your own experience, if you've had falling dreams that left you wondering about their deeper meaning, I want to hear your story. Share it in the comments below. What do you think your falling dreams are trying to tell you? Subscribe to the Dream Decoder to continue this fascinating journey into the hidden language of your subconscious mind. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode, and give this video a thumbs up if it opened your eyes to a new way of understanding your dreams. Tell me in the comments what dream you'd like me to decode next. Being chased through endless corridors? Flying above familiar places? Losing your teeth? Finding mysterious rooms in your house? Your suggestions guide our exploration into the mysteries of the sleeping mind. Check out our ebook on the meaning of dreams and see other amazing stories. The link is in the video description and in the first pinned comment. Sweet dreams, fellow Dream Decoders. Until our paths cross again in the realm of sleep, remember, every dream is a message waiting to be understood.